5. The agencies, individuals involved in phone tapping.
Because in Balochistan, the lower judiciary did not have a code of conduct. Does the Lahore judiciary have it?
I think
High
they are
Court rules and orders
proposing.
में there is a conduct for district judiciary. जी, High Court
Rules and orders, Lahore High Court का मंगवाएं.
code of conduct है district judiciary का पता नहीं. I think that's been adopted by some of the other high courts. You can read para 5.
Para 5. The agencies oblique individuals involved in phone tapping or audio oblique video recording etc. of the judges and their families be identified and proceeded against in accordance with the law. 6. If a judge of the High Court or District Judiciary is approached, intimidated or blackmailed by any member of the state agencies oblique executive, then the said judge, apart from taking oblique initiating other legal proceedings against the responsible person, may also initiate contempt proceedings against him, them, or he may proceed in the matter as envisaged under Section 228 PPC as the case may be. 7. The Chief Justice, the District and Sessions Judge and the Judge himself should immediately try to secure the CCTV camera recordings, phone recordings or other evidence which can be secured through modern devices, etc. in case any attempt or interference in the independence of judiciary is made by the executive oblique agencies. 8. There always remain more chances of interference in ATC, NAB and anti-corruption courts where sensitive matters are decided. Therefore, the High Court should be empowered to directly make, transfer oblique postings of the judges of the said court without the approval, interference of the federal oblique provincial government, and relevant provisions of law in this respect be directed to be amended accordingly.
Now, High Court also says about interference.
Yeah.
There is interference.
If the relevant judge of the High Court or the District Judiciary himself does not initiate contempt or other legal proceedings, in that case he may report the incident with full details to the Chief Justice or the District and Sessions Judge as the case may be. On receipt of the report from a judge of the High Court, the Chief Justice shall constitute a suitable bench comprising of at least 5 senior judges of the court to hear and decide the said case. In the case of incident reported by a judge of the High Court, the matter shall also be brought into the notice of the Honorable Chief Justice of Pakistan, who may also take proper action on the said complaint if deemed necessary, provided the cognizance of the matter has already not been taken by the concerned judge himself or the High Court. Likewise, on receipt of report from a judge of the District Judiciary, the District and Sessions Judge, apart from taking any other legal action, shall proceed in the matter as envisaged under Section 228 PPC. He shall also report the matter to the Chief Justice of the High Court. Same procedure shall be adopted by the judges of special courts, ex-cadre courts. 10. Presumption of truth shall be attached to the complaint oblique affidavit of a judge. Moreover, as envisaged under Section 17(3) of the Contempt of Court Ordinance 2003, the complainant supported by the affidavit of the judge shall not be liable to be cross-examined by any party to the case. 11. If a complaint is made by the judge of the High Court or the District Judiciary on the above-mentioned issue, then it shall be ensured that the complainant is not unjustly victimized, as it happened in some cases in the recent past. 12. The burden to establish that the allegations leveled in the complaint of a judge were not true shall be on the respondent of the case, within brackets, executive oblique
The
state.
next para is important.
Next. 13. Large majority of the judges present in the meeting also observed with great concern that the interference of agencies oblique executive in the independence of judiciary is an open secret, and the earlier judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan to prevent the said interference have proved to be ineffective. Therefore, the judges of this court expect that the Honorable Supreme Court of Pakistan, in its final judgment in Suo Motu case number 1 of 2024, may give a comprehensive mechanism to deal with the matters mentioned in paragraph number 13 of
Attorney
order.
General, is, to my mind, the essence of the Lahore High Court submission that this is an open secret that the independence of judiciary is being violated, and also that they now look up to this court to devise a mechanism because the earlier judgments have proved ineffective. So, in a way, the High Courts are actually beseeching the Supreme Court that this is high time that we put our foot down, do something about it.
I think one aspect should also be considered. It is, there is or has been or may be interference from within. So I would say any kind of interference from any source okay, we will not countenance this interference. Yes, we must never countenance such interference. But can a Chief Justice call a judge and say, decide a case in this manner? You should
both independence from within,
Mr.
but
Attorney
also
General,
from without.
You should raise your finger to us as well. That if you want a true independent court, then the civil judge in Makran should be as powerful as the Chief Justice of Pakistan. How dare the Chief Justice of Pakistan interfere in his working? When we devise mechanisms for interference, such as monitoring judges, that is undermining the independence of the judiciary, in my opinion. When we mandate the role of intelligence agencies by constituting JITs, which are not provided for any law other than ATC laws, we undermine the independence of the judiciary. So all these suggestions should incorporate anyone. Otherwise, what we are saying is, once we assume a position of a judge, we are from the same society. We are from this community of lawyers that we come here. We may be good, we may be bad. The bad doesn't end when you are elevated. So interference of any kind, from any source, any phone call, that should also be equally for a judge, civil judge. Maybe that's more fearful than we are focusing on one particular thing on the executive. We should also call about self-accountability within the judiciary. And has there not been interference, and the greatest of interference from within and the highest court of the land? That's a matter of history. We can go into specific cases also.
So that's great.
To achieve certain results, certain things were said, certain things were done. So I had made it clear the very first day, I will never accept any interference from any source. And there has not been a single complaint since my assumption of this office to me or to the Registrar of the Supreme Court. We are now dealing with a past transaction, I would say very good. I commend that it is being done. But let's not then make it political and just say, for this period of time we are going to do it, and for that period of time let's close it, eyes to it. Let's either do it for all periods of time. That's also selective accountability and can become the worst kind of accountability in certain cases. So this, we have seen how these institutions have been manipulated. My thing from day one has been simply speak the truth. The past is the past. Let's grow up now. Let's at least acknowledge. If we are just going to cast blame on each other endlessly, there is no future for us. What has happened, we all know that. So it's an open secret. Tell us the dates when it happened. It's an open secret. Everyone uses this phrase. Give us instances. Yes, call me, I'll give you instances of how judiciary has been manipulated. I'll give you instances from this court itself. So let's be very clear about it. We want to tackle it. We will not be manipulated by being used by a political force, a political agency, or another intelligence agency, or any group of lawyers, or even the government of Pakistan, because this suits them in this particular juncture and something doesn't suit them. So when we put this, only we should put any source. Let it be said from any judge. I don't see. All the judges seem to, that is out. A registrar calls judges. I mean, shall be called for witness from among the lawyers? How many registrars have called judges to do what? There's another interference in the judiciary. Our presidents of the lower bar don't force their way into the judge's chamber. Is that not interference?